Okay, we're here with Stephen Green, Vodka Pundit, at the unofficial minor sub-convention of BlogCon here.
We're actually at the Kruiser cabana.
The Kruiser cabana. Can you explain the Kruiser cabana for people who do not have large quantities of beer next to them?
Science cannot explain the Kruiser cabana. It exists in its own vortex, its own separate reality, a twilight zone, if you will. No, Stephen Kruiser, stand-up comedian, my PJ TV partner in crime, has a small room with lots of beer and even more people, and that is the Kruiser cabana.
The announcement was actually
well, now it's strangely fitting since you are known as Vodka Pundit and known for drunk blogging. Can you explain drunk blogging for the few people who read my blog who have no idea what that means?
I can. People say, oh, you're just drinking because Obama and the Democrats are in charge. No, not true. Back in '03, I'd already been blogging for about a year. Andrew Sullivan, back when he made sense, if any of your readers are old enough to remember these olden times, Sullivan was passing around a State of the Union address drinking game, and the president says this, you take a shot, Congress stands up for that, you take a shot, the vice president falls asleep, you take 2 shots. And I realized I've been watching these presidential speeches, these debates, all this BS since about 1980. 23 years of this. And the only way I was going to get through another one, Democrat, Republican, it didn't matter, was to forget the games and just start drinking. And now they give me money for it, so I'm not sure who's more messed up.
Now, you had your own very successful blog before you got to PJ TV. Is it a different... Do you find it odd sometimes when people just recognize you? I mean, I had interviewed Bill Whittle today. Well, actually now yesterday, since it's 4 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
And Bill was saying how he only had one person ever recognize him until he came downstairs and I ran into an old fellow who suddenly recognized him. Bill Whittle, take a picture of me, email it to me, so blah, 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 blah. Has that happened to you, and is it strange to be like a world champion bowler who is recognized every now and then by small groups?
I live in a very small town, Monument, Colorado, teeming city of tens, and there's a pizza joint that I love. It's a little family-owned place, and Colorado is not known for good Italian food because there isn't any. But there's a little pizza joint, Bella Panini, that's just a few minutes away, and I once blogged just out of the blue. I came back very full and very happy and somewhat full of Chianti, and I just out of the blue blogged that if I ever get fat, it's because I live 6 minutes away from Bella Panini. And the next time we went in, the owner was very gracious to me, and I found out later it's because somebody else said, that's the guy who blogged that thing about getting fat at Bella Panini. And that is the extent of my celebrity in my hometown. And when I leave town, it's for something like this, where we all know each other, and so, oh, that's Vodka Pundit. Well, yeah, I know you too, buddy.
Now, last question. What if a person is an aspiring drunk blogger? What is the secret to being a successful drunk blogger?
So they've got some content.
This is going to sound rote. It's going to sound like something I stole off a movie script, but I mean this, and it comes from the heart, and it comes from a lot of practical experience.
Everyone I know who started doing stuff for them.
If you want to be a good drinker, it's like training for the Olympics. Every day, whether you want to or not, you have to drink. And blogging is the exact same way. Every day, whether you want to blog or not, you got to drink.
All right, well, thank you most kindly for your time, and you may resume drinking.
Thank you. This has been my pleasure.